Hi, my name is Hafsa and today I'm going to solve job order costing exercise from the book Managerial Accounting, 16th edition by Ray Garrison, Eric Noreen, and Peter Brewer. Today I'm going to solve exercise 2-5, which is quite similar to the previous exercise 2-4, just with a little twist. Let's get started. The first requirement is to calculate the total manufacturing cost assigned to job 700. Job 700 again includes finishing and fabrication department both, so I'm going to use the entire data. And the second requirement is if the job consists of 700 consists of 15 units, then what would be the product cost for the job? Now let's list down the formulas we'll be needing. So the first formula would be to calculate the total manufacturing cost would be direct materials plus direct labor plus manufacturing overhead applied. Now again, in this question we do have our direct materials and direct labor, that is this chart, but manufacturing overhead applied is missing. Manufacturing overhead applied equals to predetermined overhead rate multiplied by direct labor hours worked in the job. Predetermined overhead rate is again mentioned for both finishing and fabrication department. It's right here, but the total direct labor hours worked on the job is missing. So the formula for that is direct labor cost divided by direct labor wage rate per hour. The second requirement is asking us to calculate the unit product cost. Formula for that is cost of job divided by number of units. Now we should list down the data provided to us. So first data given is simply the charts. I'm just going to copy paste it. The second information mentioned to us is that direct labor wage rate is $16 per hour, so I'm going to list this down too. The third information is that predetermined overhead rate for finishing department is $18 per direct labor hour. And the next information is that predetermined overhead rate for fabrication department is 110% of the direct material cost. So I'm going to list that down too. Now we have our data and the formulas. Let's jump to the solution. The first requirement, total manufacturing cost assigned to job 700. Now I'm going to first calculate the total direct labor hours for the finishing department. I have to calculate the manufacturing overhead separately for both departments. So total direct labor says direct labor cost divided by direct labor. Direct labor cost for finishing is 128 and the direct labor wage rate per hour is $16 per hour. So I'm going to divide 128 by 16. Let's list that down. Direct labor cost 128, direct labor wage rate is 16, and the total direct labor hours is dividing these two values. We get 8 hours total direct labor hours. Now we have this information. We can now calculate the manufacturing overhead applied for finishing department. Now the predetermined overhead rate is $18, and direct labor hours we have calculated that already. Let's list this down too. Manufacturing overhead for finishing department predetermined $18. Total direct labor hours, we have calculated that 8 hours. We multiply these two and we get $144 manufacturing overhead applied for finishing department. Now let's calculate the manufacturing overhead for the fabrication department. Now for fabrication department, we're done with finishing department and now we have to switch to fabrication department. Fabrication department says that we're just going to use this formula because it says that predetermined overhead rate is 110% of direct material cost, and direct materials mentioned here $60. So I'm going to use this data to calculate the manufacturing overhead. $110%, direct materials is $60. We multiply these two, we get our manufacturing overhead applied. Now we have this information, we can simply calculate the total manufacturing cost assigned. Which is direct materials plus direct labor. We have calculated this for finishing and fabrication both departments. So now let's calculate the total manufacturing cost for job 700. Direct materials, direct labor and manufacturing overhead applied. Total manufacturing cost equals to direct materials for finishing department that is $410. I'm going to put that value. Direct material for fabrication department is $60. You can take it from here or from the original chart. We add these two, we get the total direct materials. That is $470. Direct labor for finishing department is, again I'm going to pick this value from here only. That is $128. Direct labor for fabrication department is $48. We add these two, we get a total direct labor that is $176. Now we're going to list the manufacturing overhead for finishing department, that is $144, and for fabrication department is $66. We add these two, we get the total manufacturing overhead, that's $210. Now we'll calculate the total manufacturing cost by adding all these three values, and we get $856 as a total manufacturing cost. Now we are done with our requirement 1. Let's solve the requirement number 2. The formula for unit product cost is cost of job divided by number of units. Cost of job is $856 that we have calculated, and the number of units is mentioned in the requirement, that is 15 units. We get $57.07 as a unit product cost. That's all. Thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe my channel for more solutions. Please like and share. Thank you.